Any commercial use, rebroadcast, retransmission, or distribution of the following presentation without the express written consent of Epic View Studios is strictly prohibited.
Looking for a new job or seasonal work? Huhtamaki in Waterville is now hiring, starting at $21.29 an hour. Join Huhtamaki, a company that prides itself in food safety and convenience. Start your career with great benefits and a company that cares about its people and sustainability. Huhtamaki Incorporated are the makers of Chinette. Bring your family to ours and join the Huhtamaki team. For more information, visit huhtamaki.com or scan the QR code below.
Ready to grow your business? Email us at epicview@yahoo.com for a custom marketing plan. That's EpicView, EPICVUE, epicview@yahoo.com.
I'm Greg Glynn, Athlete Brand Advisor and CEO of Pliable. Pliable helps high school, college, and professional athletes build their athlete brand. New name, image, and likeness opportunities are a game changer for athletes and for businesses. To learn more about social media marketing and endorsement opportunities for your brand, visit pliablemarketing.com or call 1-707-PLIABLE.
Chase Toys Inc. on the Thorndike Road in Unity, your one-stop shop for Skidoo snowmobiles, Climb outerwear, Polaris ATVs, and Husqvarna lawn and garden equipment. Visit them online at chasetoysinc.com, like them on Facebook, or call Josh or Brian today at 948-5729.
Headquartered in Westbrook, Maine, the E.S. Bolus Company is one of the oldest, largest, and most experienced electrical contractors in the northeastern United States. Founded in 1920, ESB has established a solid reputation for quality, safety, and value that makes them a contractor of choice for major construction projects throughout the region.
When you hire E.S. Bolus, you know you're getting the real thing.
With decades of day-to-day management and industry knowledge, Bolus's team of smart, creative, and skilled professionals complete commercial, industrial, utility, and telecommunication projects of every size and scope.
We don't have to limit ourselves with the type of construction that we go after. There's a huge amount of talent within the company.
With being in business as long as we have, there's nothing we haven't come across or dealt with.
Make your wedding truly epic. Contact Epic View Studios now for wedding videography, photography, DJs, and more. Looking for a career in the electrical trade? E.S. Boulos Company has a comprehensive package just waiting for you. 1-866-865-5758 for more information or scan the QR code below. Reddington Fairview General Hospital is an independent, critical access community hospital located in Skowhegan, Maine. Reddington Fairview provides quality, comprehensive healthcare services including adult, geriatric, pediatric primary care, women's health, specialty care, surgical services, and rehabilitation services. We also provide diabetes education, community health education, wellness programs, and support groups. The hospital is located at 46 Fairview Avenue in Skowhegan, Maine. To learn more, call 207-474-5121 or visit online at rfgh.net.
Riley here. I loved playing hockey at NYA and now playing college hockey for Norwich University. When I'm not on the ice, I'm online watching my sister Kaylin playing for the Panthers. This season, you can tune into Epic View Studios to catch all the hockey action for both NYA boys and girls home games. Be sure to subscribe to the Epic View Studios YouTube channel for updates and game alerts. Do you know what watching a game on Epic View Studios and an empty net have in common? You don't want to miss it. Go Panthers!
Any commercial use, rebroadcast, retransmission, or distribution of the following presentation without the express written consent of Epic View Studios is strictly prohibited.
Looking for a new job or seasonal work? Huhtamaki in Waterville is now hiring starting at $21.29 an hour. Join Huhtamaki, a company that prides itself in food safety and convenience. Start your career with great benefits and a company that cares about its people and sustainability. Huhtamaki Incorporated are the makers of Chinette. Bring your family to ours and join the Huhtamaki team. For more information, visit huhtamaki.com or scan the QR code below.
Ready to grow your business? Email us at epicview@yahoo.com for a custom marketing plan. That's Epicview, E-P-I-C-V-U-E, epicview@yahoo.com.
I'm Greg Glynn, athlete brand advisor and CEO of Pliable. Pliable helps high school, college, and professional athletes build their athlete brand. New name, image, and likeness opportunities are a game changer for athletes and for businesses. To learn more about social media marketing and endorsement opportunities for your brand, visit pliablemarketing.com or call 1-707-PLIABLE.
Chase Toys Inc. on the Thorndike Road in Unity, your one-stop shop for Skidoo snowmobiles, Climb outerwear, Polaris ATVs, and Husqvarna lawn and garden equipment. Visit them online at chasetoysinc.com, like them on Facebook, or call Josh or Brian today at 948-5729.
Headquartered in Westbrook, Maine, the E.S. Boulos Company is one of the oldest, largest, and most experienced electrical contractors in the northeastern United States. Founded in 1920, ESB has established a solid reputation for quality, safety, and value that makes them a contractor of choice for major construction projects throughout the region.
When you hire ES Boilers, you know you're getting the real thing.
With decades of day-to-day management and industry knowledge, Bolus's team of smart, creative, and skilled professionals complete commercial, industrial, utility, and telecommunication projects of every size and scope.
We don't have to limit ourselves with the type of construction that we go after. There's a huge amount of talent within the company.
With being in business as long as we have, there's nothing we haven't come across or dealt with.
Make your wedding truly epic. Contact Epic View Studios now for wedding videography, photography, DJs, and more. Looking for a career in the electrical trade? E.S. Boulos Company has a comprehensive package just waiting for you. 1-866-865-5758 for more information or scan the QR code below. Reddington Fairview General Hospital is an independent, critical access community hospital located in Skowhegan, Maine. Reddington Fairview provides quality, comprehensive healthcare services including adult, geriatric, pediatric primary care, women's health, specialty care, surgical services, and rehabilitation services. We also provide diabetes education, community health education, wellness programs, and support groups. The hospital is located at 46 Fairview Avenue in Skowhegan, Maine. To learn more, call 207-474-5121 or visit online at rfgh.net.
Riley here. I loved playing hockey at NYA and now playing college hockey for Norwich University. When I'm not on the ice, I'm online watching my sister Kaylin playing for the Panthers. This season, you can tune into Epic View Studios to catch all the hockey action for both NYA boys and girls home games. Be sure to subscribe to the Epic View Studios YouTube channel for updates and game alerts. Do you know what watching a game on Epic View Studios and an empty net have in common? You don't want to miss it. Go Panthers!
Any commercial use, rebroadcast, retransmission, or distribution of the following presentation without the express written consent of Epic View Studios is strictly prohibited.
Looking for a new job or seasonal work? Huhtamaki in Waterville is now hiring, starting at $21.29 an hour. Join Huhtamaki, a company that prides itself in food safety and convenience. Start your career with great benefits and a company that cares about its people and sustainability. Huhtamaki Incorporated are the makers of Chinette. Bring your family to ours and join the Huhtamaki team. For more information, visit huhtamaki.com or scan the QR code below.
Ready to grow your business? Email us at epicview@yahoo.com for a custom marketing plan. That's EpicView, E-P-I-C-V-U-E, epicview@yahoo.com.
I'm Greg Glynn, Athlete Brand Advisor and CEO of Pliable. Pliable helps high school, college, and professional athletes build their athlete brand. New name, image, and likeness opportunities are a game changer for athletes and for businesses. To learn more about social media marketing and endorsement opportunities for your brand, visit pliablemarketing.com or call 1-707-PLIABLE.
Chase Toys Inc. on the Thorndike Road in Unity, your one-stop shop for Skidoo snowmobiles, Climb outerwear, Polaris ATVs, and Husqvarna lawn and garden equipment. Visit them online at chasetoysinc.com, like them on Facebook, or call Josh or Brian today at 948-5729.
Headquartered in Westbrook, Maine, the ES Bolus Company is one of the oldest, largest, and most experienced electrical contractors in the northeastern United States. Founded in 1920, ESB has established a solid reputation for quality, safety, and value that makes them a contractor of choice for major construction projects throughout the region.
When you hire ES Bolus, you know you're getting the real thing.
With decades of day-to-day management and industry knowledge, Bolus's team of smart, creative, and skilled professionals complete commercial, industrial, utility, and telecommunication projects of every size and scope.
We don't have to limit ourselves with the type of construction that we go after. There's a huge amount of talent within the company.
With being in business as long as we have, there's nothing we haven't come across or dealt with.
Make your wedding truly epic. Contact Epic View Studios now for wedding videography, photography, DJs, and more. Looking for a career in the electrical trade? ES Boulos Company has a comprehensive package just waiting for you. 1-866-865-5758 for more information or scan the QR code below.
Abbey View Studios presents NYA Boys Hockey this afternoon. Today, the Panthers look to end the regular season on a high note as they host Portsmouth Abbey. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. Greg Glynn with you live here from the Pliable Marketing broadcast booth at the Travis Roy Arena in Yarmouth, Maine, for today's game between the Panthers and the Ravens. Just about set to go in this one. Today's game brought to you by Pliable Marketing, helping athletes build their brand. Visit pliablemarketing.com. Huhtamaki Packaging, now hiring at huhtamaki.com. The ES Bolus Company, experienced electrical and telecommunications contractors. Visit esbolus.com. Chase Toys, Thorndike Road in Unity, and online at chasetoysinc.com. Northeast Truck and Refrigeration, Albion Road in Unity. Call 948-5700. Panthers come into this one record of 19-9-2 against Portsmouth Abbey, a record of 11-8-3. Panthers dressed in their black uniforms today with the white numbers and orange trim. Portsmouth Abbey in the lighter tan-colored uniforms with the black numbers as we're underway here at North Yarmouth Academy. A hand pass to start things off. Starters for you in this one. In goal for the Panthers will be Ewan Martin, and on the back end, Dante Ursoni, along with defenseman Luca Van Vakis on the back end. Up front, it'll be left wing Zach Stab, center Daxton St. Hilaire, right wing Hugo Daniel. For Portsmouth Abbey, they'll go with the back end defense of their two top defensemen, Callum Coyle, Jack Beard, and also up front, Luke Stock, centering Chris Hahn and Carter Strangle. Also in goal for the Portsmouth Abbey Ravens is Patrick McDevitt. He has had a majority of the starts this season for Portsmouth Abbey and gets the call again here today. Comes back deep into the Portsmouth Abbey end along the near side boards. Now flipped over to the far side wall, chipped up off the wing. Good pace to this first period. There's a lot at stake here for both of these two teams. Obviously, the Holt Conference playoffs just around the corner as they get ready to try and take on the rest of the conference in what should be a very good playoffs this year. A lot of very good teams. Panthers up at the top of the standings, as is Portsmouth Abbey. Portsmouth Abbey today trying to clinch a first place finish, and that is a goal right out of the gate for Portsmouth Abbey as they score here less than 2 minutes into the game, and all of a sudden on the board first is Michael Patko. Big kid at 6'2", 185 pounds, and Portsmouth Abbey on the board first here with 16:45 to go here in the first period. This one sent in and gloved down there by Patrick McDevitt. One of the best goaltenders certainly in the Holt Conference, as according to his coach, Ali Skelly. Had a great chance to catch up with him before the game, talk to me about the playoff scenarios playing out for this team. They are also at the end of a stretch here of their fourth road game in a week. But he said this is a Holt Conference game. They'll come ready to play. And they have jumped out to a fast start here early on, motivated obviously by, like we said, what is at stake here today. And here's another chance in front. This one right out of the gate as Jack Lucy scores. Lucy goes to the top shelf over the glove there of Ewan Martin, and all of a sudden it's 2-0. Wow, what a start. So first it's Patko, and then it's Lucy. Off the draw here at center. Panthers looking to try and find an answer early on, and Ewan Martin's going to slow things down. Got a whistle here to stop play. So Michael Patko getting the first goal for Portsmouth Abbey, and then just about less than 30 seconds later, they come right back as Jack Lucy finds the back of the net. A chance here now for the Panthers as they come up to center. Pushing it toward the offensive end here is Ankville. Back behind the cage. Owen Pecora trying to push it out in front. Instead goes back out to the line and carried away again here by the Ravens. A much faster pace here in this first period. Portsmouth Abbey has come out flying off the bus as this one is sent back out to neutral ice. Far side wall controlled there by Daxton St. Hilaire. Leads the team in assists with 23 and in points with 36. Up to center now, pushed ahead. And in the neutral zone, played there by the Panthers. Luca Van Vakis will dump it in deep. Puck tied up along the back wall. Stab plays it there. Along the wing now to Daniel. Back out to the point. They'll go D to D. Ursoni a shot. And that one deflected, never got through. Back ahead now here, St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire chips it in front. Loose rebound. St. Hilaire with a whack at it. Now Daniel will bring it back over to the corner. Daniel pulls it back out to the blue line. Over to Van Vakis. Van Vakis down low. Sony, tough angle shot. He'll fire it anyway. Loose rebound as it comes over to the corner. St. Hilaire back out to Daniel. Now to Van Vakis. Much better pace here for NYA as they have come out and been awoken by this Portsmouth Abbey club. 2 goals in the first 2 minutes of the game. Here's a chance now coming in. Nice dangling move there by Sony. Out in front, shot, score! James Brogan right out in front. Cuts the lead in half immediately with 14:22 to go here in the first period, and the Panthers are on the board. Brogan with a great chance there in the front of the net, set up on the feed there. Sony really created that whole play, came down pinching in from the point, and from that far side circle got everything going, and that is how they turned that into their goal from behind the net. The feed came to Brogan, and all of a sudden, just like that, it's 2-1. You could feel the pace of play change right out of the gate for NYA after that second goal. And now the Ravens a little back on their heels. Here's a chance again in front. That time, again, another shot for Brogan, this time steered aside by McDevitt. Back the other way now, right-hand side. Logan McManus leads the team in points with 24 and assists with 17. Trying to get something started again for the Ravens. This one goes back behind the net, played to the far side wall by Jack Beard. The senior defenseman clears it back out to center, thrown into the zone. Ewan Martin steers it aside and up and into the mesh. 13:32 to go here in the first period. What a feverish start to this first period. The fastest start we've seen this season. You can tell the playoffs are right around the corner. So Brogan gets the goal for NYA out of Pointe-Claire, Quebec. Had a great game also last time out against Kent's Hill. That was a big win for them on Monday. Their most recent game, a 2-1 loss on Wednesday to Berwick, but Brogan played a big part, according to Mike Ward, in that win over Kent's Hill, as did Gabe Leclerc. Here's a chance now for the Panthers. This one comes into the near side corner. Chipped up along the wall and sent back out to center. By the way, a few lineup notes for you here we'll get to in just a minute, as this one gets dumped back into the near side corner. Paxton St. Hilaire with it out of the corner. Spins his way toward the net, trying to find Pecora. Loose puck in front. Pecora will pick it up in the corner. Back out to the line. Over the stick there of Sony. Back to Pecora, who shoots it back into the zone. Held there by Callum Coyle. 5'10", 180 pounds. Dumps it into the zone. Big collision along the far side wall. This one passed toward the net. Redirected. Over to the far side wall. Big check there along the boards. As Portsmouth Abbey trying to set the tone here in this one. And what a start we've had. So lineup news and notes for you. Nick Pelletier still out of the lineup, an upper body injury for Pelletier. Cole Lambert, by the way, back with the Panthers. He had missed the last time we were with you for their last home game. And also lineup adjustments for Portsmouth Abbey. Joe Verteber out of the lineup today. Tyler Corbett not playing. Also Jack Beauchamp, Chris DeSantis, Kyle Ames, and Ethan Berry sitting this one out for Portsmouth Abbey. Puck comes back to center, sent in on goal. Ewan Martin steers it aside. Matthew Katsoulis comes back to play it. Panthers go D to D here to bring it outside the zone. Shuffling his way in is Papa Vasilio. Had it broken up. We're going to see a penalty upcoming here against the Panthers. This is going to be a cross-checking call with 11:29 to go here in the first period, and Daxton St. Hilaire is going to be headed to the box. So our first penalty of the game comes with 11:29 left here in the first period. St. Hilaire for cross-checking. Leads to the first power play for either club. This one sent all the way down. No icing here on the penalty kill. Ravens will come back up to center. Left wing wall. Brought ahead now by Bonruhi. Sent in deep. Panthers trying to clear it out. Bonruhi able to keep it in there. Excuse me, that's Coyle at the point. Able to keep it in deep. They go D to D here, disrupted by the Panthers and sent back out to center. Back to get it in his own zone is Beard. Coming in here, firing a shot there as that one went wide by Bonruhi. Very skilled forward for Portsmouth Abbey. Keep an eye on him here today. Back behind the net. Ewan Martin out of his net to play it. Talked with Mike Ward before the game about Ewan Martin, who's of course seen a lot of action this year. Talked about him being a high character kid, the way he handles himself, and really well liked around the NYA campus. Back out to center, controlled here by Jacob Valenti. Left wing wall connects there with Hunter McCarthy. McCarthy leads the team in goals with 14. Comes back along the wall here. Big collision there as Vakas couldn't exit the zone. This shot there goes wide by Lucy. 24 seconds left here on the power play for the Ravens. They'll scoop it up back in their own zone. Josh Ames hands it off there. Picked up by Hunter McCarthy. He's upended there on a check on the far side wall. He ran into Cooper St. Hilaire. Sorry, that was Zach Stab. Stab now working along the back wall. Stab will give chase in the corner, then throws a lick there. Back out to center, right wing wall. Jack Lucy with it. Lucy carries over the line. Pulls up in the corner. Sends it back out to the point. Stab is there. Trying to force the puck through center. Tripped up there was Daxton St. Hilaire as he came out of the box. And now NYA will get the power play. So Portsmouth Abbey fails to score on their power play. Now NYA will get a chance here with 9:14 to go here in the first period. Hunter McCarthy in the box for Portsmouth Abbey. Off the draw, comes back out to the point, cleared away there. Tripping's the call against McCarthy. And the Panthers here on the power play, trying to bring the puck to center, disrupted back in their own zone. Stolen away, shot there, goes wide of the net by Luke Stock. Panthers having trouble getting it out. They'll bring it up to center here. Brought into the zone by Daxton St. Hilaire. Shoveled over to the far side wall. Back out to liner. Sony with a drive. Rebound out in front. That one just went wide. Big check along the back wall as Hugo Daniel rattles the glass with a big check on Luca Mastrandia. And now back the other way. This one shot down the length of the ice. Up to center. Panthers trying to enter into the zone again here. Hugo Daniel chases after it. He's the first one to it on the back wall. Chance out in front. Wrist shot. That one deflected wide. Picked up now here by Daniel in the corner. Panthers here in the middle of a line change back at the defensive core, and that ends up causing a problem here as Ursoni hadn't got right over to his point position yet. He'll pick it up though in the neutral zone, across the line, trying to steer it into the corner. Takes a rough check there, keeps going, loses the puck, upends the man in the corner. Now Ursoni, backhand pass, now on his forehand, back out to the line. Brogan along the near side half wall. Throws that one toward the goal, no one there. Cleared all the way down the length of the ice. Just 8 seconds to go here on the Panthers power play. 7:18 to go here in a fast-paced first period. Two teams are flying here this afternoon. on the near side boards. Thrown in front. That one just through the slot. Back out to center. Home run pass. It connects here with Bunruhi. Shot. Saved by Martin. The rebound is saved as well. Oh, what a stop there by Ewan Martin. As this one comes back the other way. Panthers trying to exit their own zone. Back over to the far side wall. Ravens trying to pass it through the neutral zone. Broken up there. Kept almost in at the line by Papavasiliou, but play whistled down for offside. 6:45 to go here in the first. And the Panthers trail 2-1. Of course, the head coach of the Panthers is Mike Ward in his 5th season on the bench for NYA. Big week at the Ward household. His son Braden, who plays on this hockey team, is a very good lacrosse player, accepted by Connecticut College, where he will play lacrosse next year. Congratulations to Braden. Back along the near side, comes back out to the point. A shot there by Coyle, stop. And the rebound ricocheted all the way to the back wall. And then the door comes open on the back wall area in the corner, and they'll tend to that. But it stops play momentarily with 6:22 to go here in the first period. That's about all that can slow this game down right now. What a pace. Off the draw, pushed back out to center. Spun around there and shot out of the zone by Beard. Senior defenseman. Now NYA will come back out to center. Dangling with it into the offensive zone is Ethan Brochu out of Auburn, Maine. He gets hit hard against the wall. Very physical first period as well. This one shot into the zone by Cooper St. Hilaire. Exited right back out again by Portsmouth Abbey. NYA had to clear the zone. They do. Here comes Daniel trying to toe drag. Didn't work. Jacob Valenti broke up the play. Comes back over near side wall. Back behind the net. Cooper St. Hilaire plastered to the wall there. Stab helps him out. Gets it over to Daniel. This one deflected back out to the line and cleared out to center. Connor Wolverton retreats back to his own zone. Back along the near side wing. Daxton St. Hilaire levels one into the offensive end. Daniel gives chase in the corner. Cleared back out to center. Portsmouth Abbey not afraid to hang a forward a little bit out by the red line. I've already seen it once here today. It's created a breakaway situation. Panthers will have to be aware of that. Back up to center now. Here's a chance for Daniel. Slides it out in front. Stab shot goes wide of the net. Comes back out to the point. Pinching in there is Van Vakis. Shoots one wide there as it redirects over to the far side corner. Van Vakis along the wall to Daniel. Couldn't play it there. Sent back along the near side wing. Stab throws it in the offensive end. After it there is Daniel. Daniel brings it up behind the net. He avoided a big check there. Back out to the line. Here's a shot. Nice save there by McDevitt. Back over to the far side wall. Now back out to the point. NYA buzzing here in the offensive end. This line was very successful against Kent's Hill last Monday. And they're trying to pick up right where they left off in that one. Back out to the line. Here's a wrist shot. That one goes wide. Back over to the far side wall. Now here's a chance for LeClaire. He had it knocked off his stick and sent back out to center. Logan McManus will shoot it deep into the zone with 3:50 to go here in the first. Panthers down by a goal. 2 early goals here by Portsmouth Abbey. And that has led to this lead for the Ravens. James Brogan, the only goal so far for NYA. Here's another chance for the Ravens, and this one is wrapped up there by the goaltender, Ewan Martin. So the face-off will come here in the NYA end. Both teams will make line changes. Want to get your ad on Epic View Studios? Here's an amazing offer for your business or organization. For a limited time, you can enter to win $1,000 in free advertising from Epic View Studios. The package includes professionally produced ad to use on our broadcast your social media, website, and more. Reach thousands of people. Enter to win today. Email us at epicview@yahoo.com. That's EPICVUE@yahoo.com. Far side wall taken there along the wing by Mr. Andrea. Back out now on the far side boards. Mr. Andrea will have to come back to play again. Big check along the back wall there as Ethan Brochu laid the hit. Now taken down, no call there as Pecora was put out of the picture on a cross check. Back over along the far side boards. Up to center, swatted ahead. And deep into the NYAN. Cooper St. Hilaire, first one to it. St. Hilaire carries it back out to center, shuffles around one man, now another. All alone here as he goes 1-on-2, needs some help. Back out to the line, that shot goes wide. Back over now to St. Hilaire, feeding one through, trying to find Stab, couldn't get it to him. Hugo Daniel back in his own zone. Now gets the return pass. Up to center, over the blue line, stick handles with it, into the circle, fires a shot, never got through. Back over to the far side point, held in nicely there at the point by Katsoulis. Behind the net, centering bid, whacked away. Daniel scoops it up. Back in front, St. Hilaire shot. That one blockered aside by McDevitt. Into the corner. Back along the wall, Baird trying to clear it out. Still tied up in the near side circle. Stab shuffles away from one man. Tied up along the back wall. Stab from behind the net, centering bid. That went off the stick of McDevitt, who stuck out his goaltending paddle and was able to clear that one away. Here's a chance now into the zone. That's going to be an elbowing call. Hugo Daniel there as he was about ready to get hit. Tried to defend himself. And now we'll have the medical staff come out and check on the Portsmouth Abbey player. And while they do that, we'll step aside. 1:33 to go in the first. It's 2-1 Portsmouth Abbey over NYA here on Epic News Studios.
Any commercial use, rebroadcast, retransmission, or distribution of the following presentation without the express written consent of Epic View Studios is strictly prohibited.
Looking for a new job or seasonal work? Huhtamaki in Waterville is now hiring, starting at $21.29 an hour. Join Huhtamaki, a company that prides itself in food safety and convenience. Start your career with great benefits and a company that cares about its people and sustainability. Huhtamaki Incorporated are the makers of Chinette. Bring your family to ours and join the Huhtamaki team. For more information, visit huhtamaki.com or scan the QR code below.
Serving the penalty will be number 46, Brady Ward.
And welcome back here on Epic View Studios. An update here for you. Chris Hahn was the injured player for Portsmouth Abbey. And the penalty has been assessed to Hugo Daniel, 5 minutes for illegal contact to the head and a game misconduct. So his day is over. And right now, NYA is going to have to kill off a 5-minute power play here for Portsmouth Abbey. By the way, Hahn did come off the ice under his own power and made his way over to the Portsmouth Abbey bench, and we'll certainly keep an eye on his condition. As it goes over to the far side corner, picked up here by Valente, trying to clear it out for Portsmouth Abbey. 1 minute left here in the first period. And Bach is trying to clear it out, couldn't do it. Taken here now by the Ravens, shuffled in along the left wing wall, back out to the point. McManus here trying to get something going here on the power play. Down low, left circle, Patko with it. Patko brings it behind the net. 40 seconds to go here in the period. 2-1 the lead for Portsmouth Abbey. 2 goals in the first 2 minutes of the game. Here's a shot from the point, saved by Ewan Martin, kicked down his right pad. Back now along the near side wall, shuffled out to the line. Held there by Baird, and then sent all the way down by the NYA defense. Good job there by Tanner Anktil. Anktil, one of the best players on this team, the senior out of Lewiston, Maine, really helping the cause this year. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for Anktil. This year, 3 goals, 6 assists, 9 points. As the horn sounds, Pat, here at NYA, and that will do it for the first period of play. So Portsmouth Abbey jumps out to a 2-0 lead on 2 goals in the first 2 minutes. And then NYA able to retaliate here and get the goal by James Brogan that makes it 2-1. No scoring the rest of the way in that first period, and that's where things stand after 1 period of play. Panthers down by a goal to Portsmouth Abbey when we start the second period, when we come back here on Epic View Studios.
Any commercial use, rebroadcast, retransmission, or distribution of the following presentation without the express written consent of Epic View Studios is strictly prohibited.
Looking for a new job or seasonal work? Huhtamaki in Waterville is now hiring, starting at $21.29 an hour. Join Huhtamaki, a company that prides itself in food safety and convenience. Start your career with great benefits and a company that cares about its people and sustainability. Huhtamaki Incorporated are the makers of Chinette. Bring your family to ours and join the Huhtamaki team. For more information, visit huhtamaki.com or scan the QR code below.
Ready to grow your business? Email us at epicview@yahoo.com for a custom marketing plan. That's EpicView, EPICVUE, epicview@yahoo.com.
I'm Greg Glynn, athlete brand advisor and CEO of Pliable. Pliable helps high school, college, and professional athletes build their athlete brand. New name, image, and likeness opportunities are a game changer for athletes and for businesses. To learn more about social media marketing and endorsement opportunities for your brand, visit pliablemarketing.com or call 1-707-PLIABLE.
Chase Toys Inc. on the Thorndike Road in Unity, your one-stop shop for Skidoo snowmobiles, Climb outerwear, Polaris ATVs, and Husqvarna lawn and garden equipment. Visit them online at chasetoysinc.com, like them on Facebook, or call Josh or Brian today at 948-5729.
Headquartered in Westbrook, Maine, the E.S. Bolus Company is one of the oldest, largest, and most experienced electrical contractors in the northeastern United States. Founded in 1920, ESB has established a solid reputation for quality, safety, and value that makes them a contractor of choice for major construction projects throughout the region.
When you hire E.S. Bolus, you know you're getting the real thing.
With decades of day-to-day management and industry knowledge, Bolus's team of smart, creative, and skilled professionals complete commercial, industrial, utility, and telecommunication projects of every size and scope.
We don't have to limit ourselves with the type of construction that we go after. There's a huge amount of talent within the company.
With being in business as long as we have, there's nothing we haven't come across or dealt with.
Make your wedding truly epic. Contact Epic View Studios now for wedding videography, photography, DJs, and more. Looking for a career in the electrical trade? E.S. Boulos Company has a comprehensive package just waiting for you. 1-866-865-5758 for more information or scan the QR code below. Reddington Fairview General Hospital is an independent, critical access community hospital located in Skowhegan, Maine. Reddington Fairview provides quality, comprehensive healthcare services including adult, geriatric, pediatric primary care, women's health, specialty care, surgical services, and rehabilitation services. We also provide diabetes education, community health education, wellness programs, and support groups. The hospital is located at 46 Fairview Avenue in Skowhegan, Maine. To learn more, call 207-474-5121 or visit online at rfgh.net.
Riley here. I loved playing hockey at NYA and now playing college hockey for Norwich University. When I'm not on the ice, I'm online watching my sister Kaylin playing for the Panthers. This season, you can tune into Epic View Studios to catch all the hockey action for both NYA boys and girls home games. Be sure to subscribe to the Epic View Studios YouTube channel for updates and game alerts. Do you know what watching a game on Epic View Studios and an empty net have in common? You don't want to miss it. Go Panthers!
Any commercial use, rebroadcast, retransmission, or distribution of the following presentation without the express written consent of Epic View Studios is strictly prohibited.
Looking for a new job or seasonal work? Huhtamaki in Waterville is now hiring, starting at $21.29 an hour. Join Huhtamaki, a company that prides itself in food safety and convenience. Start your career with great benefits and a company that cares about its people and sustainability. Huhtamaki Incorporated are the makers of Chinette. Bring your family to ours and join the Huhtamaki team. For more information, visit huhtamaki.com or scan the QR code below.
Ready to grow your business? Email us at epicview@yahoo.com for a custom marketing plan. That's epicview, EPICVUE, epicview@yahoo.com.
I'm Greg Glynn, athlete brand advisor and CEO of Pliable. Pliable helps high school, college, and professional athletes build their athlete brand. New name, image, and likeness opportunities are a game changer for athletes and for businesses. To learn more about social media marketing and endorsement opportunities for your brand, visit pliablemarketing.com or call 1-707-PLIABLE.
Chase Toys Inc. on the Thorndike Road in Unity, your one-stop shop for Skidoo snowmobiles, Climb outerwear, Polaris ATVs, and Husqvarna lawn and garden equipment. Visit them online at chasetoysinc.com, like them on Facebook, or call Josh or Brian today at 948-5729.
Headquartered in Westbrook, Maine, the ES Bolus Company is one of the oldest, largest, and most experienced electrical contractors in the northeastern United States. Founded in 1920, ESB has established a solid reputation for quality, safety, and value that makes them a contractor of choice for major construction projects throughout the region.
When you hire ES Bolus, you know you're getting the real thing.
With decades of day-to-day management and industry knowledge, Bolus's team of smart, creative, and skilled professionals complete commercial, industrial, utility, and telecommunication projects of every size and scope.
We don't have to limit ourselves with the type of construction that we go after. There's a huge amount of talent within the company.
With being in business as long as we have, there's nothing we haven't come across or dealt with.
And welcome back here on Epic View Studios. Greg Glynn with you here from the Travis Roy Arena in North Yarmouth, Maine here today, where right now the Panthers trail Portsmouth Abbey by the score of 2-1. Quick update for you. Chris Hahn, who was injured in that first period after the penalty that had been assessed and put up on the board. It was Hugo Daniel. They've got 26 up on the board here. It was Hugo Daniel who had the penalty. And interesting note that obviously it was, just so you hear, it was a game misconduct and a 5-minute penalty. So that means that Portsmouth Abbey will have a chance here for the next 3:24, which was left on it, to continue to score. Should they score, they'll be able to continue with the power play. Also a game misconduct, which means that Hugo Daniel is done for the rest of the day. As this one is tied up there by Ewan Martin with 17:39 to go here in the second period. Shots on goal in that first period in favor of Portsmouth Abbey by the strong margin of 14-9. So the face-off here off to the right of Ewan Martin. And it's won here by Portsmouth Abbey. Comes back out to the point. And shot back in along the wing. Down low in the corner. Centering feed out in front. Whack at it. Saved by Martin. Comes along the back wall. And then shot back out to center. 17-17 to go here in the second. Comes back over now in front. Chance here as the puck comes along the wall. And then cleared all the way down. By the way, Portsmouth Abbey here on their second power play of the day. They did not score on their first. This one has 2:25 left on it since it was the 5-minute major. And the game misconduct to, as we said, Hugo Daniel for the penalty for illegal contact to the head. Comes back up to center here for Portsmouth Abbey. That first period had a amazing pace to it. Right now, Portsmouth Abbey nearly caught with too many men on the ice. This one shot all the way down. $16:25 to go in the second. Back up to center, sent all the way deep down into the NYAN. Back out along the half wall. Kept in there by the Ravens. Comes along the back wall here. Now back out to the point. Held in there, goes off the backboard. Picked up there by Ursoni trying to clear it out. And it'll roll all the way to center ice. Puck floats now to the blue line, taken there by Cooper St. Hilaire and sent all the way down. Stolen along the back wall by Pecora here on the forward check. Back out in front. He got hooked down. No call there as it comes back out in the high slot. Taken by the Ravens. Outlet pass up to center. Speeding across the blue line and sent into the zone there by Bergner. And then cleared back down by the Panthers defense. They'll hustle here to the bench and get a line change. And hopping over the boards there is St. Hilaire. 40 seconds left here on the power play for Portsmouth Abbey. As they try and come across their own blue line. Zach Stab, great job there. He's going to create a penalty. It's going to go against Portsmouth Abbey. So that will negate the final 30 seconds left on the power play for the Ravens, and eventually the Panthers will have a power play for about 1 minute and 30 seconds. So essentially, Portsmouth Abbey does not score on the 5-minute power play. And eventually the Panthers will go on one here. Early into this second period, penalty goes against Josh Ames. And eventually, Panthers go on a power play. Oh, one-timer there just missed. There's a chance now for St. Hilaire. Back over to the far side wall. It's 2 scoops just outside the blue line there. Overton couldn't keep it in. Portsmouth Abbey trying to exit the zone here. Broken up there by Cooper St. Hilaire. Nice job to get the stab. Stab, lost it. Here comes a chance now for Portsmouth Abbey coming into the zone. This is Bonrui. And Bonrui almost had a chance there to tuck it in on Martin, but he comes up with a small stop there. And it could have been big-time trouble. As this one comes now back along the back wall and sent all the way down. Sent back up along the right-hand side. Stab will bring it over the blue line. He's bumped off the play, gets the puck back on the half wall. Down low, back out to the point. They'll go D to D. They're on the power play now. As Overton tried to maintain possession of the puck, it was sent down the length of the ice by Portsmouth Abbey. Chris Hahn, who was injured earlier on that check, is back out there for Portsmouth Abbey in forechecking on this unit right now. Back up along the right-hand side. Brought into the zone here by St. Hilaire. Cooper St. Hilaire along the back wall. Out in front, shot just goes wide by Matthew Brown. Back over on the left side wall. Goes out to the line. Kept in there by Van Vakis. This is going to be a hand pass to stop play. 15 seconds left now on the NYA power play. The abbreviated version here for 1 minute and 30 seconds after we skated 4-on-4 for 30 seconds. This one comes back now to the NYA blue line. Far side shot in there by Van Vakis. Power play about to expire. As Brogan got a tough angle, backhand shot on. Creative opportunity there for James Brogan on the backhand, trying to make something happen here. 13:02 to go here in the second period. And Portsmouth Abbey out in front 2-1. Pliable Marketing in Augusta helps high school, college, and professional athletes build their athlete brand. What can an athlete brand do for you? You can get attention from recruiters, get a bigger scholarship, and give you the skills and tools to be a lot more marketable. To learn more, visit pliablemarketing.com or call 1-707-PLIABLE. Comes over to the near side wall here, pushed along the wing, back out to center by Brogan. Takes a lick there as he clears it out to center. Shot back into the zone here by the Ravens. Panthers able to get to it first. Number Vasiliou sends it out along the right wing wall. Up ahead now, chasing after it is Brown. Brown into the zone, looking to try and get it here on the forecheck. It's one of the things that Ali Skelly talked about for Portsmouth Abbey. He said this team can be really good when they get the forecheck going. And right now, Portsmouth Abbey dealing with the forecheck from NYA. Here's a chance on a shot there, as Engtill got that one off. Blocker saved by the goaltender today for Portsmouth Abbey, Patrick McDevitt. Junior goaltender, 6 foot, 165 pounds. Comes back along the backboards. Taken here now by Vasiliou. And into the corner. 4 players battle for it. Taken there by the Panthers. Far side Engtill trying to clear it out. Held in there. Comes back behind the net again. Cooper St. Hilaire took a stick up high. Sent over down to the far side wall. Recycled back along the near side wing by Brochu. Be sent back in from the point. Portsmouth Abbey keeping it in here. Brochu couldn't get it out. Papa Vasiliou trying to clear. Glove down there. Nice job by McManus to glove that one down, but NYA's seen enough. They send this one down the length of the ice for sure. 11:06 to go here in the second period. 2-1 the lead for Portsmouth Abbey. Coming in, the Ravens after a 4-0 win against Groton. That game on Monday was really a team win, Ali Skelly said. And really had a good game, even despite the fact that it was their third game on the road. And a long stretch here for Portsmouth Abbey. This is their fourth road game in a row. And they are trying to come up with a win here on the road against North Yarmouth Academy. Whistle will stop play as the faceoff comes outside the blue line. Talked with Mike Ward, talking about scheduling. He said the 2-1 loss on Wednesday felt like was certainly taking some responsibility for it because he came up with the schedule, and he said they have had a tough stretch here down the end of the season, and they're getting ready for the playoffs here. This is a great contest here today against Portsmouth Abbey, one of the top teams in the whole conference. By the way, the Panthers will be in the playoffs that start on Wednesday. We will have that for you. It'll be a 5 o'clock start. The opponent is to be determined at this point. Have to play out the games this weekend. 10:20 to go here in the second period. Played over to the far side wall, shot back out to center. Back down in the NYA end. Up to center comes Stab. He's bumped off the puck there, gets it off to Sony. Here comes Daxton St. Hilaire, some room to work with, then got it stolen away as he got pickpocketed from behind, and the puck sent all the way down. Ewan Martin clears it all the way up to Zach Stab at the blue line. Stab, high slot, takes a shot, saved there by the goaltender McDevitt. Into the corner, back up along the wall. Here's a chance now for the Ravens, coming in 2-on-1. Stickhannon with a great play there on the defense by Cooper St. Hilaire, and then he jumps right back in to prevent the pass to McCarthy, who was standing in front. That was a great shift there by Cooper St. Hilaire, and they're not done yet. They got to get this out as it comes along the near side wall. Shot out in front. That one cleared away to the wall. Taken there by St. Hilaire, who clears it back out to center. Redirected at center by Wolverton. Right-hand side for St. Hilaire. He's been out there for a long shift. This one dumped in deep. Owen Martin plays it to Wolverton. Wolverton to the wall. Sent in deep here by the Panthers. They have it tied up on the half wall. And this one chipped off the boards and back out to center. Panthers recoil here as Brogan sends it in deep. He's got the only goal today so far for the Panthers. What a shift here by St. Hilaire as he's going to have to come back here, and he's going to get play to continue. As it comes off the near side wall, Wolverton up to Brogan and back out to center. Wolverton picks it up again at the blue line. Wolverton fighting to try and keep it in the zone. Great individual shift for him. Here's a bouncing pass up again now. A chance here cutting in for Monruhi, and a save by Martin. Able to make the save, and his helmet falls off, so that'll get an immediate whistle. And there goes Cooper St. Hilaire. That's a marathon shift for a very talented defenseman for NYA. Faceoff will come off to the right of Ewan Martin as he put his Panthers mask back on. Faceoff here between Luke Stock and Tanner Anktil, won by the Panthers. They shoot it back out to center. Bouncing puck goes into the offensive end. Here's a chance for Pecora. Shot never got through. Rebound. That one is gloved down by the goaltender McDevitt, and he'll hold on. 7:51 to go here in the second period. 2-1 our score. Face-off here off to the right of McDevitt. Their number 1 goaltender. Played a lot of minutes this season for Portsmouth Abbey. Back the other way. Here's a chance in front. A shot there by Anktil. That one deflected up and into the mesh this time. Huhtamaki in Waterville is now hiring, looking for a new job or seasonal work starting at $21.29 an hour. Join Huhtamaki, a company that prides itself in food safety and convenience. Start your career with great benefits and a company that cares about its people and sustainability. Huhtamaki Inc., the makers of Jeanette. Bring your family back to our family. For more information, visit huhtamaki.com. Back up to center, 2-on-1. Portsmouth Abbey firing a shot over the crossbar. There by Nate Heller. Back the other way now come the Panthers. Here's Stab with it. Stab rubbed off into the corner boards. Back behind the net with 7:12 to go. Here's a shot out in front. St. Hilaire had that one kicked aside by McDevitt. Back out along the wing. Penalty upcoming against NYA. As this one's going to be cleared back out and touched up there, but not enough to draw the whistle. Back the other way now. And we'll get the whistle here. Nate Heller is the player skating off for Portsmouth Abbey. He took, it looks like they're calling a high stick here, so Dax and St. Hilaire are going to go to the box. And as a result, that is the second penalty against Dax and St. Hilaire. He had a cross-checking penalty earlier today. And so now a chance here for Portsmouth Abbey on the power play. This will be their 3rd power play of the day. Elbowing the call here against Daxton St. Hilaire leads to this power play for Portsmouth Abbey. Comes with under 7 minutes to go here in the second period. This one cleared back out to center as the Panthers look to regroup here. Ewan Martin makes that save. Portsmouth Abbey able to get possession here on the power play and set up shop. Back out to the line. Top of the circle now, near side for Valente. Never got a shot off, stolen away there by Wolverton. And then cleared back out to center. Like an offside call here is Portsmouth Abbey. We'll get a line change, so will the Panthers, and the face-off will come. Looks like just outside the Panthers' blue line. They're going to bring it inside the zone. Yeah, they got it outside the zone, guys. I think the players were a little confused on what that whistle was for. Now they're going to explain it over here to Ali Skelly, the head coach for Portsmouth Abbey. He wanted, I'm sure, the end zone faceoff. Portsmouth Abbey wins the draw. They'll shoot it in here on Ewan Martin, a bouncing puck. Steered aside there by Martin. Along the near side corner boards. Taking it there is McManus. Behind the net now. Chance for Patko. He's dangerous. This one comes off the near side corner boards. Back down to the blue line. Held in along the half wall by McManus. Down low, out in front, and never got a shot off. Here's an outlet pass by Pecora. That one just past the stick of Brochu. Brochu working hard along the back wall. Out to the point. They can't keep it in. And Vaca is able to shoot one in on goal as Portsmouth Abbey comes the other way. Just about 5 minutes to go here in this second period as the Panthers right now going to try and kill off the final 12 seconds of this power play for Portsmouth Abbey. Ravens buzzing around the offensive zone. Power play has come to an end. Down low off the back wall. Team's back to even strength as Matthew Brown hops onto the ice. Long shot on there, saved by Martin, and we're going to get a whistle here to stop play. looked like Martin there again had a helmet issue. His strap might have come off. He wanted to identify that early on. Face-off will come off to his right with 4:39 to go here in the second period. Portsmouth Abbey, by the way, fails to score on that power play as it comes all the way back out to center. Chance now coming into the zone for Papa Vasiliou. Shoots it down deep into the Portsmouth Abbey end. Right-hand wall taken there by Leclerc. Trying to get a shot on goal. Instead, the Ravens try to clear it out to center. Turnaround shot there. Came off the stick of Leclerc. Blockered aside by McDevitt. 4:07 to go. Here's a shot on. That one off the glove. It looked like a McDevitt, and then cleared all the way back out to center. Papa Vasiliou ahead along the left wing wall. Shot into the zone there. Here comes Stab fresh onto the ice. Trying to pick up the puck in the circle. Now it goes behind the net. Centering feed here is cleared back out to center with 3:41 to go here in the second period. Papa Vasiliou will come back to play it. Up ahead now to Daxon St. Hilaire. Slides away from a check there. Across the blue line. Left-hand circle. Fires a shot on, and a save there by McDevitt. And he will hold on. Epic View Studios is now booking photography, videography, and DJ services for the upcoming 2023 wedding season. With over 14 years of experience, you can count on our professional staff to produce high-quality, lifelong memories for your special day. Email us at epicview@yahoo.com. That's EPICVUE@yahoo.com. As this one comes off a save there by McDevitt, back out to the line, drive there by Wolverton, never got through. This one cleared back off the boards and out to center. Ravens will retreat back behind their own net, and we've got a whistle behind the play. Players a bit confused here as to the reason for the whistle. I think it was called for icing. Faceoff will come off to the right here of Ewan Martin. Off the face-off, controlled by the Panthers. They'll slide it over to the far side wall. Cooper St. Hilaire lobs this one back out to center. High into the air, comes down along the near side boards. Wolverton trying to play it along the back wall. Daxon St. Hilaire takes his man out of the play as they try and clear it out. In front now, behind the defense, was Matthew Merton. Never got a shot off, though. They'll be offside here as Wolverton's going to get it. Up to center comes Cooper St. Hilaire. Long outlet pass. That one's going to wind up down the length of the ice here. Ankle did a nice job of hustling to that puck. They're still going to call icing with 2:14 to go in the second period. 2-1 our score. Portsmouth Abbey still out in front after those two early goals 2 minutes into the game. Don't forget, stay tuned after the game for the post-game show here at Epic View Studios. We'll have the Pliable Marketing Player of the Game and the totals and more. We'll also let you know about the playoff situation for the Panthers and the next game, which will be on Wednesday. It will be a 5 o'clock face-off, so make sure you put that one in your calendars. As this one comes back out to center ice, picked up here by the Panthers. Wolverton goes D to D. Up to center now, couldn't connect there with Pecora. Pecora follows the play as it comes over to the far side dasher board. Held in there by Cooper St. Hilaire. Down low, out in front. Oh, just off the skate there of Brochu. Here's a centering feed out in front, never got on goal. Cleared back out to center here by the Ravens as they try and dump it in deep. Just a minute 30 to go here in the second period. Fast-paced game here today. I mean, these two teams vying for playoff position in the Holt Conference. Sent in deep here. Over to the far side corner. Jacob Valente trying to clear it out. Held in nicely there by Brochu. NYA forces the turnover back behind the net. 1 minute to go. Cleared back out to center. NYA here in the middle of a line change. Almost had too many men on the ice. Here's a chance. We're going to get a penalty upcoming here. It'll go against Portsmouth Abbey. Back out to the line. Touched up there. And we will see a whistle to stop play. So 48 seconds to go here in the second period. Panthers about to go on a power play. And it'll be their third power play of the day. It will be broken up if they don't score by the intermission break. Jack Baird going to go to the box. Here's a shot. Score! Luka Vambakis takes a wrist shot from the right point and ties the game at 2. That was a great setup right off the faceoff. It took just 4 seconds. And Vambakis took the initial shot. Ursoni may have got a piece of it, standing out in front. And the second goal today for NYA ties the game. Comes with 44 seconds left here in this second period. And a power play goal for the Panthers. As this puck goes out of play. Waiting for the official announcement here on the goal. Like I said, it was Vambakis with the shot. Ursoni may have tipped it. Now Vambakis will get the goal. A lot of traffic in front, I can tell you that. And that was one of the reasons why I think it was so effective. Here's a chance now for NYA to get it out of their own zone. Ursoni behind his own net with 12 seconds to go. Panthers kind of trying to hold on here versus Portsmouth Abbey is really trying to dig for this one last shot. Jackson St. Hilaire digging for it, and it came out in front. And cleared around by Ursoni, but the period has come to an end. So the Panthers fight back to tie it at 2 as we head to the third period. A reminder for you that this game being brought to you by the E.S. Bullis Company, among the oldest, largest, and most experienced electrical and telecommunications contractors in the northeastern U.S. The company is skilled in T&D, VDV, commercial, healthcare, institutions, and government. If you're looking for a career in the electrical trade, the E.S. Bullis Company has a comprehensive package just waiting for you. E.S. Bullis Company, a 100-year-old company and the largest in Maine. Learn more at esbullis.com. So we'll come back with more, including the start of the third period for you here on Epic View Studios.
Any commercial use, rebroadcast, retransmission, or distribution of the following presentation without the express written consent of Epic View Studios is strictly prohibited.
Looking for a new job or seasonal work? Huhtamaki in Waterville is now hiring, starting at $21.29 an hour. Join Huhtamaki, a company that prides itself in food safety and convenience. Start your career with great benefits and a company that cares about its people and sustainability. Huhtamaki Incorporated are the makers of Chinette. Bring your family to ours and join the Huhtamaki team. For more information, visit huhtamaki.com or scan the QR code below.
Ready to grow your business? Email us at epicview@yahoo.com for a custom marketing plan. That's epicview, EPICVUE, epicview@yahoo.com.
I'm Greg Glynn, athlete brand advisor and CEO of Pliable. Pliable helps high school, college, and professional athletes build their athlete brand. New name, image, and likeness opportunities are a game changer for athletes and for businesses. To learn more about social media marketing and endorsement opportunities for your brand, visit pliablemarketing.com or call 1-707-PLIABLE.
Chase Toys Inc. on the Thorndyke Road in Unity, your one-stop shop for Skidoo snowmobiles, Climb outerwear, Polaris ATVs, and Husqvarna lawn and garden equipment. Visit them online at chasetoysinc.com, like them on Facebook, or call Josh or Brian today at 948-5729.
Headquartered in Westbrook, Maine, the ES Bolus Company is one of the oldest, largest, and most experienced electrical contractors in the northeastern United States. Founded in 1920, ESB has established a solid reputation for quality, safety, and value that makes them a contractor of choice for major construction projects throughout the region.
When you hire ES Bolus, you know you're getting the real thing.
With decades of day-to-day management and industry knowledge, Bolus's team of smart, creative, and skilled professionals complete commercial, industrial, utility, and telecommunication projects of every size and scope.
We don't have to limit ourselves with the type of construction that we go after. There's a huge amount of talent within the company.
With being in business as long as we have, there's nothing we haven't come across or dealt with.
Make your wedding truly epic. Contact Epic View Studios now for wedding videography, photography, DJs, and more. Looking for a career in the electrical trade? ES Boulos Company has a comprehensive package just waiting for you. 1-866-865-5758 for more information or scan the QR code below. Reddington Fairview General Hospital is an independent, critical access community hospital located in Skowhegan, Maine. Reddington Fairview provides quality, comprehensive healthcare services including adult, geriatric, pediatric primary care, women's health, specialty care, surgical services, and rehabilitation services. We also provide diabetes education, community health education, wellness programs, and support groups. The hospital is located at 46 Fairview Avenue in Skowhegan, Maine. To learn more, call 207-474-5121 or visit online at rfgh.net.
Riley here. I loved playing hockey at NYA and now playing college hockey for Norwich University. When I'm not on the ice, I'm online watching my sister Kaylin playing for the Panthers. This season, you can tune into Epic View Studios to catch all the hockey action for both NYA boys and girls home games. Be sure to subscribe to the Epic View Studios YouTube channel for updates and game alerts. Do you know what watching a game on Epic View Studios and an empty net have in common? You don't want to miss it. Go Panthers!
Any commercial use, rebroadcast, retransmission, or distribution of the following presentation without the express written consent of Epic View Studios is strictly prohibited.
Looking for a new job or seasonal work? Hutamaki in Waterville is now hiring starting at $21.29 an hour. Join Hutamaki, a company that prides itself in food safety and convenience. Start your career with great benefits and a company that cares about its people and sustainability. Hutamaki Incorporated are the makers of Chinette. Bring your family to ours and join the Huhtamaki team. For more information, visit huhtamaki.com or scan the QR code below.
Ready to grow your business? Email us at epicview@yahoo.com for a custom marketing plan. That's EpicView, EPICVUE, epicview@yahoo.com.
I'm Greg Glynn, athlete brand advisor and CEO of Pliable. Pliable helps high school, college, and professional athletes build their athlete brand. New name, image, and likeness opportunities are a game changer for athletes and for businesses. To learn more about social media marketing and endorsement opportunities for your brand, visit pliablemarketing.com or call 1-707-PLIABLE.
Chase Toys Inc. on the Thorndike Road in Unity, your one-stop shop for Skidoo snowmobiles, Climb outerwear, Polaris ATVs, and Husqvarna lawn and garden equipment. Visit them online at chasetoysinc.com, like them on Facebook, or call Josh or Brian today at 948-5729.
Headquartered in Westbrook, Maine, the ES Bolus Company is one of the oldest, largest, and most experienced electrical contractors in the northeastern United States. Founded in 1920, ESB has established a solid reputation for quality, safety, and value that makes them a contractor of choice for major construction projects throughout the region.
When you hire ES Bolus, you know you're getting the real thing.
With decades of day-to-day management and industry knowledge, Bolus's team of smart, creative, and skilled professionals complete commercial, industrial, utility, and telecommunication projects of every size and scope.
We don't have to limit ourselves with the type of construction that we go after. There's a huge amount of talent within the company.
With being in business as long as we have, there's nothing we haven't come across or dealt with.
And welcome back here on Epic View Studios from the Travis Roy Arena. We get ready for the third period between the Panthers and the Ravens. It's been a good one so far between these two clubs as we get ready for the third period. Panthers dressed in their black uniforms today, white numbers and orange trim. Portsmouth Abbey in the tan-colored road uniforms as they have the black numbers and get ready to start this third period. Off the face-off at center. It's controlled by the Ravens. They push it into the offensive zone. Again, goal scorers in this game so far today. There are 4 different ones. As Michael Patko started the scoring just less than 2 minutes into the game. And it was Jack Lucy making it 2-0 for Portsmouth Abbey. James Brogan would climb the Panthers back within 1 about 2 minutes after the second goal for Portsmouth Abbey. No more scoring in the first. Then in the second, with 44 seconds to go, a power play goal for the Panthers. Luca Van Vakis able to get the goal, and that is how the score is tied 2-2. Puck goes all the way back down into the zone. The Panthers retreat. Maxon St. Hilaire lobs one down the length of the ice. This will be an icing call with 17:05 to go in the third period. Whether you're watching around Maine or around the world today, like our friends in Austria that may be tuning in to watch Jan Mayer. I want to welcome everyone to the broadcast. I know they've got a big fan club there that watches Panthers hockey here on Epic View Studios. This one comes toward the net. That one steered aside. Back over to the far side wall. Panthers looking to come outside the zone here. Instead, shuffled back in. And here's a chance now for Daxton St. Hilaire. Across the blue line, they stay onside. Back now in front and cleared away again by the Ravens. 2-2 our score. Shots on goal, 26 for Portsmouth, Abbey 18 for the Panthers. Puck tied up in the near side corner as the Panthers try and clear it back out to center. Dumped into the neutral zone. Shuffled back into the offensive end by Matthew Brown. First one to it is Josh Ames, the 5'10 defenseman for Portsmouth Abbey. Can't clear it out though. Shot there on goal. McDevitt steers it aside with his right pad. Ravens trying to pick up the puck here in their own end. They'll try and go D to D. Passes off the mark. Outlet pass this time, redirected off the far side wall. Pecora gets a whack at it. Now taken here by Wolverton. Couldn't do anything with it. NYA here also in the middle of a line change. This one sent down the length of the ice. No icing here. As it's brought back up to center by the shifty and talented Connor St. Hilaire. Cooper St. Hilaire goes into the corner. As comes back along the wing. Cooper St. Hilaire gonna hustle back into the play here as it goes back down along the far side wall. Pecora trying to send it back out to center. Wrist shot here, and that one goes wide of the net. Sent back into the zone. Now Cooper St. Hilaire battling along the back wall here as he's stripped up. No call coming. It comes back out to the point. Wrist shot here, deflected up and into the mesh. So 14:49 to go here in the third period. Two teams tied at 2. Face off to the right of Ewan Martin. Josh Bonruhi takes the draw, wins it for the Ravens. Back out to the line. That shot blocked, never got through. Here comes Daxton St. Hilaire out of the zone, up ahead to Stapp. Shuffled into the zone there by Zach Stapp. Backhand feed in front as Ursoni tried to get it in front. Instead cleared away by the Ravens and back out to center. Scooped up there and brought ahead by the blue line by McManus. He couldn't control it though, coming across the stripe. NYA comes right back the other way. This one bounces down into the corner. Panthers able to keep it at the point. Daxton St. Hilaire, near side. Powerful shot there by Parham as it's redirected by McDavid. Back out to the line, now cleared to center. Here's a chance now for Bonruhi. Tries to get one out in front. No one home there for the Ravens. Center, here comes Stabb with it. Across the line. Stabb with a backhand as it's steered aside, never got on goal. Out to the point, stays in the zone. Nice play there by Connor Wolverton as it comes along the back wall. Back out along the near side wing, deflects out of play. 13:27 to go here in the third period. Those of you tuning in today to expect the girls game following this one. That game unable to take place due to Kent Hill's roster. They had several injuries and unable to play that game. So we'll let you know if anything comes of it or if NYA season for the girls might be over. Do want to shout out the girls player that had a big goal today for NYA. Alumni Riley McIntyre scoring her first goal for Norwich University. Congratulations to Riley McIntyre on her first collegiate goal. Of course, her sister, Kaylin McIntyre, plays for the girls' ice hockey team. Very talented player in her own right. Right now, the boys, though, trying to take care of business. 2-2 the score, 13:03 to go here in the third period. Up to center. Shuffled into the zone. Matthew Brown gives chase along the back wall. Over to the corner, picked up there by Luke Stock. Able to clear it back out to center. Blast here, ends up being in the high slot where it's picked up there by Anktil. Gets a shot on, and a save there by McDevitt as he makes the save. Faceoff will come off to the right of the goaltender, Patrick McDevitt. 6 feet, 165-pound goaltender. Off the draw, goes over to the far side wing. Now looped around the near side boards and back out to center. Goes all the way back down into the NYAN. 2-2 our score. 12:27 to go in the third. Back behind the net. Panthers looking to clear it out. Up along the wall here to Brochu. Couldn't get his stick on it. Needs some help there as it's cleared around the boards. He'll try the other side. Pecora, burst of speed. He's going to turn on the Jets. Pecora slides one on goal. Off the side of the cage. Whacked around the boards. Back up to the half wall here. And sent back out to center. Now pushed right back across the line by the Panthers. Back and forth we go. Right-hand side. Here come the Ravens into the zone. Dangling out in front, wraparound attempt, saved there by Ewan Martin on the turnaround chance by Patko. Back out to line, redirected in front, never got through. Now it's still tied up in the slot, taken there and sent away. And back over to the far side wall, Sony couldn't clear it out. Shot on goal there from the point, steered aside by Martin. Back over now to the corner for Brochu, up along the dasher board. Couldn't connect there with Parham. Sony out of his own zone. Burst of speed here to the neutral zone, trying to split the defense, and taken out of the play there with 11:23 to go in the third period. 2-2 our score. Greg Glynn with you here on Epic View Studios. Want to thank everyone for tuning in during the course of the regular season. This, of course, is the last regular season broadcast. We will have the Holt Conference playoffs for you, so you'll want to tune in on Wednesday at 5 p.m. That'll be the first round game for the Panthers. And the opponent is to be determined, but we'll be here on Wednesday, a 5 p.m. face-off here from the Travis Roy Arena. Back up to center now. There's a chance for Stab. Drop pass picked up by Parham, lost it as it was poke-checked away by Jack Lucy. One of the best players on this team as they get the shot on here. Lucy very effective in all three zones, known for his effort. And with 10:54 to go here in the third period, 2-2 our score. Faceoff will come off to the right of Ewan Martin. One on the draw here by Portsmouth Abbey, back out to the blue line, roped around the wing. Wolverton there to play it for the Panthers. Connor Wolverton shoots it over to the far side boards, taken there by Daxon St. Hilaire. Out to center. Glove down at the red line by Jacob Valente. And shot back into the NYAN. Back out to center now comes Cooper St. Hilaire. Across the red line. Leaves it there for his brother Daxton St. Hilaire. Goes into the corner now. Cooper takes it off that far side dasher board. Tied up along the kick plate as it comes back out to the line. Wolverton pinching in from the point position. This one floats down low. Cleared back out to center. Panthers now will take it. James Brogan goes cross ice pass here to Wolverton. Shot on goal, steered aside there by McDevitt. Fight for it in the corner. Wolverton slides it out in front. Loose puck as it comes back out now to Brogan. Brogan a wrist shot. That one goes wide of the cage. Picked up along the near side wing and sent down the length of the ice by Tanner Goodwin. So 9:40 to go here in the third period. 2-2 our score. And the faceoff will come all the way back down into the Portsmouth Abbey defensive zone. James Brogan set to take the faceoff here against Nate Heller. One on the draw by the Panthers. They keep it in. At at the point, then stolen away. As Heller tries to clear, falls down, but gets it down the length of the ice. This will end up being an icing call. As Portsmouth Abbey there was in the middle of a line change. And they wanted to get those bodies off, but they'll have to come back out here. And see if NYA can try and capitalize. Needed another body. Off the face on, this one shot off the glass, takes an awkward hop, out in front, shot just goes wide there by Gabriel Leclerc. Back over to the far side wall, trying to keep it in deep, wrapped around the wing, takes another awkward hop here off the kick plate and goes all the way down. That looked like it was going to come right out to the point, instead it kind of took an awkward hop. Panthers have it back in their own zone. Up to center. Papa Vasiliou over the blue line, pinching in here as he was tied up coming into the corner. Back down in front, shot there by Leclerc, bouncing on the goal line, and it is no goal. Panthers were right there. Matthew Brown pleading his case. Certainly would like to see that one in slow-mo. So they'll put the net back on the moorings. Both teams making a line change here with 8:48 to go in the third. This is where that fatigue factor can start to kick in for Portsmouth Abbey. As we said, this is their fourth road game in a row. As they are able to take this draw, and Lucy clears it out to center himself. The captain along the wing, tried to center it out in front. Shot there, saved by Martin. Had to come up with a right pad stop. Back now in the circle, quick shot there. Stopped on Bergner's shot. 5'5" forward, 145 pounds. Bergner takes it off the wall. Sends it down behind the net. Back out to the circle. Oh, fanning on it was Lucy. Won't see that very often. As it comes down low, Lucy backhand shot. Never got through there, it looked like on Martin. Panthers trying to clear the zone here. Chipped off the boards and back out to center. Back into the zone comes Baird. Baird tees up a shot, score! Goes over the shoulder of Ewan Martin, and it makes it a 3-2 lead for Portsmouth Abbey on the goal by Jack Baird. The senior defenseman at 6'2", 185 pounds, finds the back of the net here in the third period. 7:52 to go here in the third. And Jack Baird with the goal. There's another chance coming into the zone for Portsmouth Abbey. This one cleared out quickly, though, by the Panthers. Back in the offensive end. Chance now here for Parham, centering one out in front. As it comes back over to the far side wall. Cleared up to center now. Room here to work for Carter Strangle as they get a shot on Ewan Martin, who makes the save. 7:26 to go here in the third period. 3-2, the lead for Portsmouth Abbey. NYA has never led in this one. Off the draw, that shot whistles wide of the net on a blast there by Bunruhi. Very skilled forward for Portsmouth Abbey. This one out in front, shot on, saved by Martin, as he was able to get his chest protector on that one. Sent back out now to center, pushed into the offensive zone. Sent off the near side dasher, picked up there by Daxton St. Hilaire. Cleared back out to center. Now Cooper St. Hilaire has to retreat to play it for the Panthers. Pinballs around in the neutral zone before it's brought across the line here by Portsmouth Abbey. Down low, Connor Wolverton trying to go D to D here. He's got Cooper St. Hilaire right there. St. Hilaire levels one out to center. Pushed across the line by Daxton St. Hilaire. Now dives for it and cleared away here by Logan McManus. Leads the team in points. Tries to get a shot on there. Kicked aside by Martin. Long outlet pass up to center. Disrupted there by the good defense of Michael Patko. Panthers trying to exit their own zone here. 6:15 to go in the third, down by a goal. Far side wall, chasing after it there is Matthew Bergner. Here comes Portsmouth Abbey again across the line. McCarthy with a shot that goes wide. And we'll get a whistle to stop play here. 5:58 to go here in the third period. It's a 3-2 lead for the Ravens from Portsmouth Abbey. Faceoff will come off to the right of Ewan Martin. Off the draw, comes back out to the point, held in there by Valente. Throws it down in the corner, puck floats out in front. And Ewan Martin's gonna pounce on this one and get a whistle. .49 to go in the third. Off the draw, push back out to center. Chance now coming across the line for Brown. Backhands it behind the net. This one now sent back around the boards. Tied up along the wing there by Anktil. And then cleared back out to center here by the Ravens. Shot in on Martin, has to come over and make the stop. Leaves it in the corner for Vampakis. Out to center. Panthers trying to push it to the offensive end. Ursoni working hard along the wall. This one shot in the offensive end. Fluttering puck comes to the corner. Pecora, first one to it. Knocked back into the corner. Behind the net. Carter strangled. Chips it off the boards and back out to center. Ursoni now looking to work it back up along the wing. Up to the neutral zone. Ahead to Pecora. Pecora shoots one into the corner. Shot on goal there. Knuckle puck from Brochu is gloved down there by Patrick McDevitt. 4:51 to go in the third. Time starting to become a factor here for the Panthers. Faceoff will come off to the right of the goaltender Patrick McDevitt. Portsmouth Abbey able to clear. Cooper St. Hilaire didn't know where it was. Now it's thrown back into the zone, but not very deep. Cleared back out. Pecora ahead now. Able to work it to Anktil. Anktil comes into the zone. Fell down, gets back up. Works it along the back wall. Trying to connect there with Brochu. Couldn't get it to him. This one sent high up into the rafters here at the Travis Roy Arena, and that'll cause a whistle. With 4:23 to go in the third. Off the face-off here, goes into the corner. And then sent back out to center. Bouncing puck. Picked up behind the net now by Portsmouth Abbey as they look to try and exit the zone. Led here by Jacob Valenti. Out to center, right-hand wall. This is McManus over the line. Centers one out in front, backhand shot. That one off the post. As it comes back now up ahead for the Panthers. Cleared ahead, Daxton St. Hilaire over the red line. Now throws it in deep. He'll chase after it here. Big collision along the back walls. He knocked down Josh Ames. Up to center now, left-hand side. This is Bunruhi. Backhand shot saved by Martin. Back over to the far side wall. Cleared out there by Parham. Now across the line. Connects with Stab. St. Hilaire's shot goes wide. Back over in front. Redirect never got through. Stab roughs his man up in the corner. Then he got tackled. Puck comes back along the corner boards. Players fight for it as it's cleared back out to center. They are hanging Bunruhi. Bunruhi has been just hanging out at the blue line for the last probably 30 seconds or so. And it's preventing NYA from really protecting the blue line, and that's opening things up, and that's how Portsmouth Abbey's able to exit their zone. So interesting strategy here from Ali Skelly to try and bring back some of those NYA defensemen so they can't keep the puck in as well. And the face-off here will come just outside the blue line. We'll also, of course, start to keep an eye on Ewan Martin, the goaltender today for the Panthers, as we see when they might pull him in this one-goal game. This is sent back in deep. Martin out of his net to play it. 2:38 to go in the third. Panthers trying to exit the zone here. Chipped into the offensive end. After it there is Brown along with LeClaire. Tied up in the corner. Cleared up along the wing. Taken there by Bergner. Sent all the way down here, and it doesn't go across the line. It hit an awkward part right by the Zamboni entrance and never went past the end line. Now back here in front, chance for the Panthers to try and get it out. Along the wing, Van Vakis through center, but right back the other way. Here's a chance now for Patko. Patko picks it up in the circle, fires a shot on, blocker saved there by Ewan Martin. Back to center now, here come the Panthers. Shot into the bench. And Brochu take a check right there in front of the Portsmouth Abbey bench. And the whistle will stop play as the puck comes off the playing service with 1:46 to go here in the third period. As this one now comes deep into the zone along the near side wall. Back behind the net, trying to center it out in front is Ankville. Back out along the near sideboard, shipped up to center. Logan McManus trying to bring it inside the zone. And we'll get a whistle here to stop. Here, and NYA will take it. We'll keep it right here for you as the two teams gather by their respective benches. I want to also mention that Terry Mahar is not on the bench today for the Panthers, the assistant coach for the Panthers, watching family involved, and his granddaughters, I believe, in the state championship girls ice hockey action here in the state of Maine. Congratulations to him. They're down at the Trobe Ice Arena in Portland today. Chevrolet's Yarmouth team, and a lot of other action going on around the state, of course. Basketball action as well. It's a busy time here in the state of Maine when it comes to high school hockey. As this one off the draw here is sent in. Of course, we're going to have the prep school playoff for you in the Holt Conference. We'll have it for you right here on Epic View Studios. As the Panthers try and come back and tie the game. Ewan Martin heading to the bench. This one sent in, and again behind the net. Chance here, Daxton St. Hilaire back out to the line. Far side, Arsoni, wrist shot. That one never got through. Arsoni, a second shot just wide. Back now along the boards. Comes out in front. Arsoni, a drive. That one never got through. Back out to the point. 45 seconds to go. Back now, here's a shot over the head of the goaltender, McDevitt. Back over to the far side wall. Brogan trying to center one. It goes all the way back out to center. Sent back in here as the Panthers come across the line. Jackson St. Hilaire lobs one toward the net. Comes back along the wing. And again, more pressure here. Brogan throws one out in front. Oh, Jackson St. Hilaire just couldn't get a stick on it. Now back out to the point. Held in there by Van Vakis. A quick shot here. Rebound out in front. Shot, save, rebound, save, and the puck stays out of the goal with a second to go. A little bit of a pushing and shoving ensues after the whistle. And the players will be separated here. So we're going to get a timeout here from the Portsmouth Abbey bench. We'll keep it right here with a second to go. That'll be just about enough time for NYA, if they can win the draw, to get a shot on goal and try and get the game-tying goal. Of course, Panthers this season, a great year at 19-9-2 coming into this one. And as we said, coming off a 2-1 loss on Wednesday to Berwick. But they are going to advance. They will play in the Holt Conference Playoffs. The Holt Conference Playoffs will start for the Panthers on Wednesday here at North Yarmouth Academy. They will host a home game at 5 p.m. Again, Holt Conference Playoffs start on Wednesday here at NYA. 5 p.m. face-off, the opponent to be determined. Face-off will come down off to the right Patrick McDevitt. Critical draw here. They'll try and get a shot and crash the net. Shot there by Stem, ends up drifting into the corner. And in front, players pushing and shoving. And now the Panthers will head back to their bench as Portsmouth Abbey celebrates the victory here. And they'll celebrate a little more than usual. I think they may have they think as though they probably have locked up the #1 seed here in the Holt Conference Playoffs with the victory. That's what Allie Skelly told us before the game, so a little bit more of an animated celebration for Portsmouth Abbey. We'll come back. We'll wrap this one up for you with the totals and more on the post-game show here on Epic View Studios.
Any commercial use, rebroadcast, retransmission, or distribution of the following presentation without the express written consent of Epic View Studios is strictly prohibited.
Looking for a new job or seasonal work? Huhtamaki in Waterville is now hiring, starting at $21.29 an hour. Join Huhtamaki, a company that prides itself in food safety and convenience. Start your career with great benefits and a company that cares about its people and sustainability. Huhtamaki Incorporated are the makers of Chinette. Bring your family to ours and join the Huhtamaki team. For more information, visit huhtamaki.com or scan the QR code below.
And welcome back here on Epic View Studios for the post-game show as Portsmouth Abbey comes away with a 3-2 victory over North Yarmouth Academy. Goal scorers in this one, Portsmouth Abbey started the scoring. Michael Petko getting the goal, made it 1-0. Jack Lucy made it 2-0. Just under a minute later, that made it 2-0 in the first period. All of a sudden, Portsmouth Abbey looked like they were off and running. However, later in that first period, James Brogan would get the goal to make it 2-1. And then in the second period, with 44 seconds left, the power play goal for Luka Van Vakis made it 2-2. Stayed that way all the way until 7:52 left in the third. That's when Jack Bear was able to get the goal for Portsmouth Abbey that gave them the 3-2 lead. They prevail and hold on for the win by the final score of 3-2. Player of the game in this one is going to go to Jack Bear, getting the game-winning goal in the third period as Portsmouth Abbey wins this one by the final score of 3-2. Player of the game brought to you by Pliable Marketing. helping athletes and businesses with name, image, and likeness opportunities. Learn more at pliablemarketing.com. So that'll do it for here at the regular season finale for the Panthers. They fall by the final score of 3-2. We will have playoff action coming up for you on Wednesday. The Holt Conference playoffs begin. It'll be a 5 p.m. face-off right here at the Travis Roy Arena. So that's going to do it for here today as the Panthers fall in this one by the final score of 3-2. On behalf of our entire Epic Views studio crew, I'm Greg Glynn. We're glad you could tune in. Have a great night, everybody.
Any commercial use, rebroadcast, retransmission, or distribution of the following presentation without the express written consent of Epic View Studios is strictly prohibited.
Looking for a new job or seasonal work? Hutamaki in Waterville is now hiring starting at $21.29 an hour. Join Hutamaki, a company that prides itself in food safety and convenience. Start your career with great benefits and a company that cares about its people and sustainability. Hutamaki Incorporated are the makers of Chinette. Bring your family to ours and join the Hutamaki team. For more information, visit hutamaki.com or scan the QR code below.
Ready to grow your business? Email us at epicview@yahoo.com for a custom marketing plan. That's epicview, E-P-I-C-V-U-E, epicview@yahoo.com.
I'm Greg Glynn, athlete brand advisor and CEO of Pliable. Pliable helps high school, college, and professional athletes build their athlete brand. New name, image, and likeness opportunities are a game changer for athletes and for businesses. To learn more about social media marketing and endorsement opportunities for your brand, visit pliablemarketing.com or call 1-707-PLIABLE.
Chase Toys Inc. on the Thorndike Road in Unity, your one-stop shop for Skidoo snowmobiles, Climb outerwear, Polaris ATVs, and Husqvarna lawn and garden equipment. Visit them online at chasetoysinc.com, like them on Facebook, or call Josh or Brian today at 948-5729.
Headquartered in Westbrook, Maine, the ES Bolus Company is one of the oldest, largest, and most experienced electrical contractors in the northeastern United States. Founded in 1920, ESB has established a solid reputation for quality, safety, and value that makes them a contractor of choice for major construction projects throughout the region.
When you hire ES Bolus, you know you're getting the real thing.
With decades of day-to-day management and industry knowledge, Bolus's team of smart, creative, and skilled professionals complete commercial, industrial, utility, and telecommunication projects of every size and scope.
We don't have to limit ourselves with the type of construction that we go after. There's a huge amount of talent within the company.
With being in business as long as we have, there's nothing we haven't come across or dealt with.
your wedding truly epic. Contact Epic View Studios now for wedding videography, photography, DJs, and more.